3 things that you agreed to before you were born. Namaste, my friends. Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt. I'd like to thank you for stopping by to manifest with me today. In this video, I want to share with you 3 things that you agreed to before you were born. 3 things you agreed to before you came to this planet Earth. This video is going to be a little esoteric, kind of more maybe on the spiritual side of things, but I think if you understand these 3 things I'm going to share with you, you'll really kind of get a much better understanding of who you truly are, and maybe even have a better understanding of your life and what's taken place so far. Maybe there's been some negative things that have taken place in your life. Maybe there's been some really good things that have taken place in your life. And I think once you understand these 3 things, you'll have a better understanding of your life in general, your life trajectory, and what your destiny really is in this life, and what you want to basically get and receive out of being here and being alive. So we'll get to that in this video. Before we do though, if you could take a quick moment and smash the like button, that will help get this video out to others who are on their manifestation journey. So I'd greatly appreciate it. And of course, subscribe if you've not already done so, and click that bell icon because I post videos every single day. So you're not gonna wanna miss a second of all the action I got going on for you here. All right, the first thing that you agreed to before you were born is you agreed to forget the true version of ourselves. Some believe that we come to this earth, we come to this planet many times to experience life in completely different ways. But in order to do that, we must forget who we were in previous lives. Not only previous lives, but the true version of ourselves, who we truly are when we strip away all fear, all labels, all judgment, the most aligned version of ourselves with Source that is possible. We forget who we are. And the reason we want to forget who we are is because we want to come to this planet with a blank slate, so we can learn, so we can adjust, so we can adapt, so we can experience hardship, so we can experience greatness without comparing it to anything else except the things in this life. Now, why would we want to do that? I mean, to be honest, it's more fun, right? It's more fun that way. I believe we are beings of joy. We are eternal beings of joy, eternal beings of love, beings that want to experience, again, the joy of life, the fun of life, these high vibrational emotions. We want to come and experience these as much as we possibly can. And the best way to do that is literally to kind of forget who we were before, forget how to maneuver through life, forget how to do things so easily, and figure it out for ourselves. Remember, life is a game. Earth is our playground. It's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to problem solve. We're supposed to figure out what we want to be and who we truly are by the things and events that take place in this life now. So that's part of what we agreed to before we were born, is simply forget who we are as a high vibrational being. Okay, the second thing that you agreed to before you were born is you agreed to the time that you would be born. You agreed to the place that you'd be born. You agreed to, again, the nationality that you'd have, the language that you'd speak, the parents that you have, the situations of your birth and of your life. You agreed to those things. You chose those things. Now, why would you choose those things? Maybe you think right now, well, my life has not been very good. You know, I wish I was born in a different country. I wish I was born in a different place. I wish I was born in a different time. I wish I had different parents. You know what I mean? So why would we choose those things if we're not happy with them, or at least one thing? And the thing is, we chose these things knowing that we'd be placed in certain situations, certain events would take place, again, certain emotions we would feel. There are certain things that we knew we had to go through in order to become the best version of ourselves. Remember, nothing is either good, bad, right, or wrong, but thinking makes it so. Our judgments and labels make it so. And in our non-physical, when we're not here on earth, we don't fear anything. We're not afraid of anything. We don't judge anything. So we look at everything completely neutral, and we say, these are things that I want to experience in my life, even though now, as we're here on planet Earth and we can feel these emotions, we say, oh no, that's wrong, that's bad. That's just our labels and our judgments that we place on these things. But really, from our higher self, we look down and we say, no, I need to go through this. I need to experience this hardship. I need to experience, this mental abuse or maybe physical abuse. I know that sounds scary, but I need to go through that in order for me to basically find my higher self, to experience life on this level that I want to live at. I need to go through these things. And so we choose all these situations, the time, the place, the parents, the people we know that we'll surround ourselves with, because we know that that's going to take us to the next level, that everything happens for us. And in order for us to experience the greatest life possible, some things have to take place that maybe we don't necessarily agree with right now. Maybe that we do agree with right now, right? We understand that. And a good example of this is my father passed away when I was very young, 19 years old. And that was one thing, looking back on it, when it happened, this is the worst thing that could possibly happen, right? I lost my father. Of course it was horrific, emotionally and still to this day, of course I miss my father. But I look back on that from kind of a higher realm in my mind, from my higher self, and say, I'm actually glad that happened in a way, because had that not happened, it would have not taken me to the level that I'm at now. I would have not received the inspiration and the motivation to say, you know what, life is short. And I can sit here and I can be sad and I can, cry over my father's death, and I can, make people feel sorry for me, or I can take this and learn from the things that he did, gain inspiration from that and become a better person because of it. And because of that, I did become a better person. I started taking more risks. I started stepping outside of my comfort zone. I started, again, creating businesses and doing things that I would never, ever, ever would have done before had that event not taken place. So maybe that kind of opens your eyes a little bit as to why maybe you have chosen a life where maybe you've experienced some tough things. It was simply because you knew it would take you to that next level and really put you on your path to your destiny. And speaking of destiny, the third and final thing that you agreed to before you were born is you agreed to your destiny. You agreed to your life trajectory. So what that means is before you were born, you said, I want to come into this life to experience a life of X, Y, and Z, to experience a life where my destiny is this, to experience a life where I love to do this, where I'm passionate about doing this. You agreed to that. Maybe in a previous life, you really like to play sports, but in this life, you are really into computers or something like that, and sports doesn't interest you, right? So again, that's just kind of a small example, but you agreed before you were born to say, I want to go into this life because I want my destiny to be this. I want to grow up wanting to do this. I want to go to school because of this. I want to live in this country because of this. And you almost signed that contract that said, this is what's going to take place. I understand that there's going to be some tough times ahead. I understand this is going to happen, but I know all this needs to happen in order for me to complete my destiny. You are destined for greatness. You are destined for something very big. And I know a lot of you out there feel that, and maybe you don't know quite yet what it is or quite yet what is happening, but trust yourself. Trust your higher self, right? Take a breath and understand that you are where you need to be right now. You are exactly where you need to be. This is exactly where you knew at this point in your life, before you were born, looking down on this point in your life, you knew this is where you would be now. Everything is going according to plan. The worst things that have happened to you were according to plan. The best things that have happened to you are according to plan. And it's all leading you down this pathway, this road to your destiny. So don't give up hope. Don't look around and say, times are terrible, times are horrible, this shouldn't be that way. No. Keep your head up, keep your chin up, keep your vibration raised, and trust in your higher self. Trust in the universe. Understand that better things are coming for you. You would not set up your own life to fail you. You would not do that. You know yourself, right? You would not do that. So no matter what's happened to you up to this point, you are on the path to your destiny. Just keep going day after day after day, living with a high vibration, living with love, living with joy, living with happiness. And your path is going to reveal itself to you more and more and more. I can promise you that. Before you go today, make sure you take a quick moment and smash that like button below so YouTube will recommend this video out to others that really need to see it. Also, subscribe if you've not already done so, and click that bell icon because I am posting videos every single day, so you're not going to want to miss a second of all the action I got going on for you here. Of course, that's it for me for now. Thank you for stopping by to manifest with me today, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao.